Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Saturdays. I want to dedicate this video to the bulls. With Bitcoin testing its 100-day moving average right now, the S&P 500 already told us that it wants to get to its 200-day moving average by testing it on Friday. That would put Bitcoin just at $48,300 but I'm going to talk about why I expect us to actually head even higher than that to potentially $60,000 just for this move alone. That doesn't take into account that if we have a pit stop at 60,000, we could potentially even see new all-time highs after that. But I want to talk about this scenario specifically for Bitcoin because it is clear that we are potentially ready for a breakout. This could happen even before futures markets open on Sunday because the S&P 500 already broke out of its bearish trend and already tested its 200-day moving average. Bitcoin is lagging right now, but it's stronger than the S&P 500 based on the analysis we did here on the Snipers channel of January and February's monthly candle. Why isn't March going to follow the same pattern, Bitcoin being stronger than the S&P 500? This is an important video, Snipers, and here's exactly why this could potentially happen. Look at Bitcoin against the Russian ruble when it moved above its 200-day moving average less than 3 weeks ago. With one daily candle, we saw over 20% upside, breaking and smashing through this 200-day moving average, putting Bitcoin far and above its 50-week and 20-week moving average. And now you can see we're starting to consolidate. It even formed new all-time highs. Why can't we put this scenario on the table that if Bitcoin wants to test its 200-day moving average, it's not just going to test it, it's going to smash right through it and then consolidate. And if it were to consolidate and it were to follow this pattern, let's go into our Snipers chart to look at important volume levels of where this would take us. So first and foremost, we have this potential breakout already on the table for this ascending triangle, symmetrical triangle, and really the $44,800 level is the major resistance, Snipers. $45,000. If we breach above that, we could expect momentum for Bitcoin. That would then put Bitcoin in the position to test its 200-day moving average, but just based on the fulfillment of this Adam and Eve bottom, the symmetrical triangle, however you want to draw it, the point is you take the resistance, you measure it with the base, and it puts you at $60,000. On the Snipers chart, it would be exactly 58,353. I believe that is the upside target, at least for the first push to the upside. If we break above $45,000, this is a very likely scenario. What it would do is it would put Bitcoin in another large range, similar to the range that we have been stuck in here between 38,000 and 41,950. It would put Bitcoin in a range with a support of 49,700. So 50,000 would become the support. And then 58,353, we can say 60,000 will become the resistance. That is on the table right now for Bitcoin if we were to see this breakout occur. And we're already seeing early signs of this with all of the revolving parts of the market. If you've been tuned into the Snipers channel, I'm not going to go and cover it right now, but over the last 72 hours, gold started to calm down. US oil started to calm down. The DXY started to calm down. Those are three puzzle pieces that we always want to see calm to assume Bitcoin has the opportunity to move to the upside. And the S&P 500 breaking its bearish trend, that was very clear to everyone. You can see there was a long-standing resistance that was also holding Bitcoin down. It broke through that to close the week. It's already testing its 200-day moving average. We looked at the monthly candle for the S&P 500. We determined it was weaker than Bitcoin in January and February. Bitcoin literally just hasn't moved to its 200-day moving average. Maybe it's because when it gets there, it's not going to spend too much time there. Maybe we have this potential breakout on the table. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the comments below, Snipers. Smash like one for the YouTube algorithm. If you support our four-dimensional analysis, it was quite a roller coaster over the last few weeks covering the market, but we were precise on the dot. Knowing 34,788 was a major support, we started to form higher lows. We started to see institutional buy volume, and all of these puzzle pieces have now led to this moment that Bitcoin in the next 24 to 48 hours, this could happen once again before futures markets open on Sunday, could break out to $60,000 would be our initial price target before we'll have to reassess the situation, look at the revolving parts. Not saying that there's no scenario of us seeing downside from here. There's no more capitulation scenario on the table. What I am saying though is in the next 48 hours, in the next 72 hours, there is a very likely potential that Bitcoin can break out to $60,000 and then start to have a cup of coffee in between 58,353 and 49,700. Why would it stop at the 200-day moving average? The Russian ruble against Bitcoin chart didn't do that. So why would we expect this chart to do that? Who knows? Let's see. I wanted to dedicate this video to the bulls. It's a weekend video. We're not going to be covering too many of the revolving parts, but this matters. And then we're also, by the way, starting to see the last pieces come into the favor of Bitcoin with the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart showing strength. That means that fear is starting to leave in the cryptocurrency market with the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart above its 50-day moving average, showing confidence in altcoins. And then the altcoins outside of Ethereum has yet to follow. This is what we'll continue to monitor. But Bitcoin dominance, guess what, has tested its 50-day moving average for the first time since it broke above it. So this was also what we wanted to see. Remember, I told you guys, if Bitcoin dominance starts to come down, that could justify Bitcoin's price coming up. When Bitcoin dominance comes down, it tends to bring Bitcoin's price up. It shows fears leaving the market. People are less apt to hedge into Bitcoin as a storage of value in anticipation of downside. They go into altcoins. They're not fearful anymore. And so we're finally cooling down with Bitcoin dominance for the first time since it broke above the 50-day moving average, testing it right now. Unless the rug gets pulled, everything looks like it wants to move higher for Bitcoin. Nothing is telling me that there's bearish puzzle pieces on the table. We can talk about fundamentals and narratives all that we want. But remember, they're always going to be attaching narratives to price action. They're always going to be creating new stories to attach to why this went up and this went down and this went up and this went down. But technical analysis is black and white. For those that have been tuned in here for the last 5 years, every single day we've covered the cryptocurrency market. We know the charts give us the answers. We just have to excavate and look for them. And with that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel this Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Let's see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to watch this move here in the next 48 hours. And I'll keep you guys covered as always here on the Snipers channel. And until next time, Snipers.